On this episode of China Uncensored, could China's plans to become the world leader in artificial intelligence let the Chinese Communist Party rule forever and enslave us all? Welcome back to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. Just when you thought Skynet was going to be the one to kick off the final showdown of man versus machine, the Chinese Communist Party announced its plans to become the world leader in making superintelligent machines that could spell our doom. Don't worry, the Terminator was just a movie, and it doesn't take place until 2029. What's that, Shelley? The Chinese Communist Party actually has a Skynet. Wow. What are they going to name their new artificial intelligence projects? HAL? Ultron? The Machines? Because there will be more AI projects. China's State Council announced their goal to be a leader in AI in a document called a Next Generation Artificial Intelligence Development Plan. It's a plan that aims to give China the first mover advantage in the development of AI by making China the world's primary AI innovation center by 2030. I guess we have nothing to worry about since that's a whole year further into the future than the Terminator movies. Wait a second. 2030 is only 12 years away. I just realized we're closer in time to 2030 than we are to Hurricane Katrina, which happened in 2005. I think I just got a glimpse of my own mortality. But back to the Chinese regime's plans for leading the world in AI. They plan for China's AI industry to be worth nearly $150 billion by 2030. And by 2025, they plan to have achieved major breakthroughs in basic theories for AI technology. Oh good, that's only 7 years away. And they plan for AI to become the driving force for industrial upgrading and economic transformation. And of course, to protect national security, which has absolutely no sinister undertones at all. So, the Chinese government has put together a 3-year action plan to make sure this all really happens. Action point number 1 is money, and lots of it. For example, they'll be dropping $2.1 billion on a park in the suburbs of Beijing. Not that kind of park. The kind of park where adults have to work all day. But that one single $2.1 billion investment is almost twice as much as the US government spent in a year on its entire AI program. And the Chinese Communist Party wants private companies to cough up dough too. Chinese tech giant Alibaba Group, owned by Jack Ma, is leading the way. They've provided $600 million in a C-round investment to an AI startup called SenseTime. That investment makes SenseTime the most valuable artificial intelligence tech startup in the world. It's now valued at $4.5 billion. The company specializes in intelligent facial recognition. This is super handy for protecting national security, protecting China from dangerous criminals, and old people who meditate. And the AI facial recognition business is booming in China. At least that's what the SenseTime CEO told Quartz. He said it's because China has real-world problems. Yeah, real-world problems, like people wanting to be left alone to practice their religion. And that's a problem that they're already on their way to solving. SenseTime brags it's helped Chinese police spy on citizens in Guangzhou and in Yunnan province. This is a demo reel released by SenseTime of their new app, SenseFace. It shows people going into a subway station and how it can quickly recognize them and match them up with their IDs. It's so cool. These systems can even match your face with your car, and then match you with all the people you're in touch with. And software like this is even more important for authorities in places like China's Xinjiang region, which is home to the most dangerous people of all, ethnic minorities. Police in Xinjiang use facial recognition, biometric data, internet monitoring, and other tools to keep tabs on members of the Uyghur minority and restrict their movement and behavior. And it's all there in black and white in China's big AI plan. According to Deciphering China's AI Dream, a detailed analysis of the State Council's plan, AI should play an irreplaceable role in maintaining social stability and predict social unrest before it happens. And in case companies like SenseTime might object to their technology being used to stifle Chinese dissidents, don't worry, the AI plan includes a strategy for that too. The Chinese regime is looking for ways to exert more influence over large tech companies, just to make sure they play ball. But developing AI to repress dissidents inside China isn't the only thing that's worrying experts. Berlin-based political scientist Sebastian Heilmann, who coined the term digital Leninism to describe China's AI-fueled surveillance, says China's authoritarian regime will use AI to challenge Western democracies. He says it goes beyond what George Orwell had in his vision in 1984, because China's system constantly moves with you and tracks your every movement. But if an authoritarian regime develops the world's most powerful AI, it couldn't, take over the world, right?
Because if one company or small group of people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they could take over the world. At least when there's an evil dictator, that human is going to die. But for an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. And then you'd have an immortal dictator from which we can never escape.
Thanks, Elon. I feel much better now. But maybe the Chinese Communist Party isn't interested in clinging to power forever. Then again, maybe they are. Hopefully the resistance sends someone back in time to protect us. Wait, is Elon Musk Kyle Reese? So how do you feel about China's plans to become the world leader in artificial intelligence? Leave your comments below. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time. Find out more about how the Chinese Communist Party uses artificial intelligence to stifle dissent. Visit ChinaUncensored.tv. We upload full half-hour episodes you won't see on YouTube. That's ChinaUncensored.tv.